Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhasi Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 27 of Sundara Kanda. In the previous chapter, we saw Sita falling into the despair for not being rescued by Rama even after 10 months of her being in captive of Ravana, being held in the captive of Ravana. And then she finally went on to say that I shall yield up my life. These words of Sita roused the female titans to great fury, and some hurried away to repeat them to that vile creature, Ravana. Because what if Sita give up her life? Then these demons will be severely punished by Ravana for not guarding her properly. Then those monsters of hideous aspect approached her and began to threaten her in the same way as before, with as little success. And some said, O wretched Sita, today these demons whose destruction you have planned will devour your flesh at their pleasure. Seeing the Sita threatened by those wild demons, Trijata, who was aged and prudent, said to them, Hey wretches, devour me, but do not lay hands on Sita, the daughter of Janaka and the beloved daughter-in-law of King Dasharatha. Last night, at too early in the morning, I had a terrible dream causing my hair to stand on end, foretelling the overthrow of the Titans and the triumph of this woman's husband. Certainly, so far, those female Titans, they are trying to threaten, they are trying to force, they are trying to harass Sita because they have been ordered so by Ravana and they have been paid to do that activity. What if Ravana himself got killed? Then whoever will going to succeed Ravana, his wrath, in case if he is in favor of, what if Rama win over Ravana and Ravana killed in the battle? Then the Rama's wrath will turn against these female titans. So they need to think about it, foretelling the overthrow of the Titans and the triumph of this woman's husband. Hearing these words uttered by Trijata, all those Titan women, because she is one of the old, aged, and most intelligent among them, all those Titan women, filled with ire, terrified, demanded that she should speak further, saying, You yourself relate the manner of your dream and what you did behold last night. Hearing those words falling from the lips of the Titan women, Richata began to relate the dream that had come to her in the early hours, saying, I beheld a celestial chariot made of ivory, drawn by 100 swans, traversing the ethereal regions in which Raghava, accompanied by Lakshmana, stood clad in dazzling raiment, adorned with garlands, and I saw Sita wearing purest white, standing on a snow white mountain surrounded by the sea, and she was reunited with Rama as a light with the sun. And again I beheld Raghava seated on a mighty elephant possessing four tusks, resembling a hill, as also Lakshmana. Whereupon those two lions among heroes, blazed with their own effulgence, approached Janaki, arrayed in dazzling robes and decked with garlands. Upon this, she mounted on the shoulders of an elephant, led by her lord, appearing in the sky near the summit of that mountain. Thereafter, that lotus eyed one rose into the air from her husband's embrace, and I beheld her wiping the sun and moon with her hand. Then that foremost among elephants with those two princes and the large eyed Sita stood over Lanka, And again in dream I saw Rama clothed in brilliant attire, wearing garlands, accompanied by Lakshmana in a chariot drawn by 8 white bullocks. And I beheld the foremost of men, Rama, whose essence is velour, with his brother Lakshmana and Sita ascending a celestial flowery car bright as the sun, driving towards the northern regions. Then I saw Ravana lying on the earth, covered in oil, shaven, attired in red, garlanded with oleander flowers, intoxicated and still drinking. All these sounds to the death to Ravana. When I beheld him falling from the flowery chariot Pushpaka on the earth, torn, wearing a black cloth, dragged here and there by a woman. Thereafter I saw him seated in a chariot drawn by asses, robed in red, with his body stained likewise, quaffing sesame oil, laughing and dancing, his mind confused, his senses clouded, speeding towards the south. Again I saw Ravana, the lord of the Titans, stricken with fear, fall headlong on the earth. Thereafter, leaping up suddenly, terrified, bemused with liquor, staggering about naked like a madman, incapable of speech, yet babbling continuously, stinking and foul, resembling hell itself. Then, proceeding towards the south, he entered a lake where even the mud had dried up, and a dark woman clad in red, besmeared with mud, placed a rope round the neck of Dashagriva, dragging him to the region of death. Way there I beheld the mighty Kumbhakarna and all the sons of Ravana, their heads shaven, besmeared with oil, Dashagriva riding a boar, Indrajita a porpoise, and Kumbhakarna a camel. Only Vibhishana appeared to me standing in space under a white canopy accompanied by 4 ministers. A white canopy is a symbol of being crowned as a king, whereas riding the animal and riding towards the south is a symbol of entering into the death. They are thereafter a great company of titans wearing red garlands and raiment filed past, playing on stringed instruments, dancing and drinking, and I beheld the enchanting city of Lanka filled with elephants, chariots, and horses, her gateways and arches shattered, falling into the sea. And in Lanka, crimson with flames, the female titans were laughing and creating a terrible clamor, quaffing oil. I saw Kumbhakarna and all the other titans, dark hued, wearing scarlet robes, falling headlong into a cesspool. Do you know, depart, do yourself now depart, since Ragama is about to be reunited with Sita, and in extreme ire will exterminate you all with the Titans. If his beloved and revered consort, who for his sake followed him to the forest, is threatened and tormented by you, Raghava will never brook this insult. Enough, therefore, of these invidious threats. Occupy yourself in consoling her and crave her forgiveness. You should seek to influence Vaidehi by persuasion, that unfortunate one on whose account I had no significant a dream is about to be delivered from her woes and reunited to her beloved and illustrious lord once more. Even after the menaces you have uttered, let us give up all harsh words and implore her forgiveness. In truth, a terrible disaster for the Titans will proceed from Raghava by casting yourself. at her feet. You may placate Maithili, the daughter of Janaka, who is able to preserve us from a great calamity. Furthermore, I do not find any blemish in that lady of large eyes, nor the least defect in any of her limbs. Verily, I deem the misfortune that has befallen this goddess, who does not merit adversity, has no more substance than a shadow. I foresee the immediate attainment of Vaidehi's desires, destruction of the king of the Titans, and the imminent triumph of Raghava. Behold the indications of great joy held in check by that lady in the twitching of her left eye, large as lotus petal and without apparent cause. Remember, twitching in the left eye is a good sign of that she will going to face something that is great and good for her. The slight trembling of the left arm and the virtuous daughter of Videha, her left thigh too resembling an elephant's trunk, is quivering, trembling in the left arm and quivering in the left thigh are all the indications that something good will going to happen to her. As if Raghava himself stood before her, and the winged creatures nesting in the branches above her are pouring forth their song as if to announce the advent of an auspicious hour. Thereupon that modest and youthful woman, greatly delighted at the prospect of her husband's victory, that is Sita, after hearing the interpretation of Trijata's a dream, she felt so happy and she said to them, if this prove true, I will be your protector. And by that time, all the demons, they were rushing towards Sita, asking, begging for her protection. Thus came to the end chapter 27 of Sundara Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmira Puramasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidya Dananchate Hime. Goodbye.